Welcome to Lawyer in the Kitchen. Today we're going to make shrimp tacos. And I got to tell you, I didn't make these myself till about a month ago. And they are very, very simple. They're very easy to make. And I make them a little bit differently. Most of the time, shrimp tacos are actually made with shrimp that has either been grilled or fried. I'm doing neither. I'm going to boil these with some Old Bay, and I'm going to put a little Old Bay on it afterwards. And the texture is going to be just perfect because we're going to have the texture of the cabbage. That I'm going to shred this cabbage. We'll have a little bit of avocado. If you like jalapenos, we're going to have a little bit of that. And then, of course, you can put a little bit of lime juice on it. I'm also going to make a sauce. And the sauce is incredibly simple, but very tasty. All it is half sour cream, half mayonnaise, and as much sriracha as you like. That's all it is. You don't need to add another thing to it. We're going to put it in this bottle. We'll go over the tacos after it's done. I'm going to shred the cabbage with a mandolin so that we can get it nice and thin. Tacos actually came about, the true tacos that we talk about today were tacos de minero. And that was the tacos that the miners in the silver mines used to eat. And those were from about the 1800s. And these are very popular, obviously, in this country. Everybody knows about Taco Tuesday. And this will be a fine dish. I promise you'll like it. Also, I'm wearing a shirt today that I got from Andy at the Blue Halo. My wife and I go there just about every Sunday for brunch. And they suffer through some of our videos, and sometimes they'll actually share a recipe with me. And so I'm wearing that shirt today, and I can't wait for you to try these. These are absolutely fantastic. So we're going to shred the cabbage first, and you don't need a lot, depending on how many tacos you're making. But we do want to I'm going to cut this first and just use this on a mandolin. And to keep this nice and crisp, we're going to go ahead and put this in the fridge. We've got a pound of shrimp, and if you're buying them by the count, I'm going with 50 to 60. I think it's 51 to 60. That would be how many of them is in a pound. So there's probably about 60 shrimp in this bowl, or 1 pound. And I'm going to cook these in Old Bay, and then I'm going to bring them out and put them in the strainer, and then we're going to let them cool off, and then I'm going to add a little more Old Bay to it, and then they can cool down. That's fine. That's why we're not cutting the avocado yet. First of all, it'll turn. You don't want that to happen, and we don't need to cut the jalapenos yet. And so everything else is ready, except we are going to toast the tortillas. Put a healthy amount of that in there. As soon as this is boiling, I'm going to put the shrimp in for about 90 seconds. Not any more than that. They will not be completely done. But I don't know how many of you have gone to somewhere and gotten shrimp, and they're rubbery, all curled up and everything. That's not what we want. We want a nice, tender shrimp that's completely cooked, but we don't want to overcook it. And that's what people do the most, is overcook these things. Here we go. And we're going to turn it down a little before it goes all over the place. And then before we do, we're actually going to time this. 90 seconds is fine, because they're going to continue cooking a little bit. And they'll stop boiling once you put the shrimp in. So I'm at the 30-second mark. Put them in. So we are at the 1 minute mark right now. And I'm going to pull these out a little bit earlier because the last time I made this, I did 90 seconds. This is going to be fine so we're doing about 1 minute and 15 seconds. All right, so this is a very simple sauce. It's half and half on the mayonnaise. Whoa. Yeah. And preferably in a bowl. Don't chintz out or get on a diet on this here. Get real sour cream. And that's about half and half. And then on the sriracha, I like it to where it turns. I want to have a little heat. About that much. That's about a tablespoon, honestly. And if you want it a little bit thinner, you could add a little water to it. But I wouldn't thin it down. I'd leave it right here. It's going to be good. This is all going to go very quickly after this. So now we're going to put a little char on these tortillas. And you need a big burner, and then you want to turn it as low as it'll go. And get a pair of tongs if you're sensitive to fire. And then have a look at it. See where it's going. You just want to put a little char on it. And mostly on the outside. You don't want to dry it out too much. That's perfect. Just a little char. Ah, there you go. Probably won't take as long on the other side because it's already warmed up. Just keep looking at them. That one's done. Put it on some foil. That one's done. Put it on some foil. Get our other one going, and you just keep them going. That one's done. Now it's time to do our avocado. Now, I want to save this for last because it'll start turning if you cut this too soon. And man, I was all set to do this. I'm still going to do it. There, I like this. Take those things out. Everybody does it, and this will just peel out. So we're going to cut our lime wedges. We're going to cut our jalapeno. Nice thin slices. I love cilantro. I'm just going to give it a rough chop. This is key for taste. Go ahead and put a little bit of sauce in the bottom. Okay? A little bit of slaw. Okay, maybe a little more slaw. I'm going to put the avocado in next. Slices, that's great. If it doesn't, just put it in there. Next, put our shrimp in there. And don't chintz on the shrimp. I'll put one more just because he's lonely. All right, we'll fold them up when we get the next one done. And then sauce. And there's our first taco. Hold that together here till we get the other ones put together. That's pretty good. Right there. Sauce is good. You can taste the shrimp, you can taste everything. You can taste the sauce, the cilantro, got a little bit of jalapeno. The cabbage is nice texture. Stuff's falling down. It's great.
You can taste everything. I like that the shrimp are not fried or
Grilled.
Because it doesn't overpower. You can taste all the individual ingredients because of that. Super good. See?
Love the avocado. It's really good.
All right.
This would be really good like lunch food. Like a good midday snack because it's quick. This is taking like 30 minutes to shoot.
Good summer snack or lunch or meal too because it's cold.
Or like anytime you need to eat or don't need to eat, or anytime you're alive, just have a shrimp taco.
Thanks for coming to Lawyer in the Kitchen, and I'll see you next time.